before we start about data modeling, let's see why should a tester or the QA professional need to know data modeling, right? So the data model provides the functional and technical aspects of the database design, right? So what is the functional relation between each entity, each table, and how are those technically related, meaning what is the primary key, what is the foreign key, how are the indexes being done to increase the performance or retrieval of data. Those kind of things have to be known, or I wouldn't say have to be known. Tester or the QA professional is aware of those. The test cases which they are creating will include all of these aspects as well, which will give an additional check, which will reduce the overall issues, technology bugs, or any functional missings in the overall data model will be reduced when it goes to the higher environment, right? Not only that, completeness in the design. Now, data modeling helps in ensuring that the design is complete for the defined business rules, whichever are considered as in scope for that particular iterative cycle or for that particular project, right? So if you have that complete coverage, at least, I mean, you don't have to remember everything, right? If you just have a printout of a data model or technical metadata, which is being used by IT team to build all of these, you can refer to it whenever you are in question, right? Else you always have to depend on the functional team or the IT team to know what are these, right? Especially when it comes to the data warehouse, business intelligence, or the ETL testing, data model plays a critical role because the different phases in the overall data warehouse lifecycle are connecting to multiple databases, right? So that kind of completeness in the design have to be known. Like I said, you don't have to remember everything, but it is good to have something handy which you can refer to whenever you get a question. Understanding the data model gives an understanding of the functionality which you've already gathered during the knowledge capture sessions or the BRD sessions, and you'll get to know what you need to test or what is the scope of your test cases, right? DB text execution. Now, the first 3 points which we spoke about are the advantages of you knowing the data model. But to carry out the DB testing or the database testing, like constraint testing, null value testing, any volumetric testing or performance testing, you would need to know all of these tables which you need to test. What are the tables which ETL connects to? What are the tables which MDM connects to? What are the tables which the reports connect to? And things like that, right? Validation. In case of multiple source systems, which is very, very common in a data warehouse setup, understanding the data model helps in validating the overall quality of the data, which is the key factor because the percentage of success of the overall project depends on how much percentage of data quality you have achieved with this particular implementation from the old system, right? So the validation is pretty important. So these are some of the advantages of a tester knowing the data model, and that is one of the reasons why we are saying that testers should also be part of each and every phase from the beginning, from the knowledge capture sessions, requirement gathering, the architecture session, the data modeling, the ETL phase. I mean, you don't have to implement anything, right? You don't have to do tasks on a daily basis. But if you're a participant in all of these phases, you'd know different things. If you miss something in one meeting, you'll get it from another meeting and things like that. All right.